Hi there, welcome to Herbaceous Gardens. Now I've got a herbaceous peony here and it's beginning to die back naturally. So normally with herbaceous plants, I do encourage you to leave them. Adds a little bit of ornamental interest in the winter garden. Seed heads will catch the sunlight and the frost in those winter months where it's a bit darker, a bit more dreary. So I always try to encourage you to add a little bit of structure, particularly with herbaceous plants that are dying back. But things like peonies, Japanese anemones, they don't look very attractive in the garden. The foliage dies back in a really undignified way. And so with this peony, I'm actually going to encourage you to cut them back. So this is herbaceous peony, as I said, which means that it will grow and flower in a season and then die back at the end of the year. There are other peonies, intersectional peonies and tree peonies. They require slightly different care, so don't worry about that for the time being. With these herbaceous peonies, once they start looking brown and flopping, cut them back. Wait until they do go brown, and once they have died back naturally, because all that goodness that they're producing through the year is being fed back into the plant, and so you really want to leave it as late as possible. So this now is ready, and it just adds a little bit of more tidiness to the garden, because this won't add that interest that we're looking for in the winter. So secateurs, cut it right back, as close to the ground as you can get it. And this also means that once peonies begin to reshoot in the spring, you won't be trimming off the new growth. If you leave this foliage on, it can hide the new growth next year. So this makes it easier to manage the plant, because peonies really don't like being disturbed, and they like minimal attention really, as it can affect their flowering. So if you've got herbaceous peonies and they're beginning to look a bit sorry for themselves, it's a good time now to cut them back.